Hello, you guys. So this video is something new that I'm going to be discussing. And so whenever I bring a new topic forward, know that there's always a little bit of bumps in the road. And so what I want to talk about today is what our thoughts are about love versus what love really truly is. And how we are in a major up level of love and relationships. And why are there so many people right now who are feeling heart wounds, also experiencing a disconnection from their own selves because they're functioning in a place of trauma within the heart, meaning old memories are resurfacing and old feelings are resurfacing, and those things are really uncomfortable, versus where we are actually headed. And I want you to start getting excited about doing some alchemy work, which is like a quickening of moving through old feelings when it comes to matters of the heart. So a couple different things. I'm going to throw some words out there for you so that you can kind of know that like this is where you can be going. Now, first of all, there is something called the unified heart field. And the unified heart field is an intelligence of the heart that knows true love, like the fullest expression of love, the feelings of love, and being connected in a unified field. This field is something that men and women can share together. And when you share a unified heart field, you become co-creators of a divine creation. This is how men and women co-create life. Can be babies, but it can also be creating a new reality together. As we are shifting consciousness, we're shifting from a third dimensional reality. We are bridging fourth dimensional, and we are moving into like a fifth dimensional reality, which is where we are truly free and living in our God code, our God self. What's happening is this old version of love, relationships, um, those emotional constructs, we'll call it, those belief systems are being challenged. That's the number one reason why relationships are feeling hard right now, because they're triggering these old belief systems. There's triggering these old programs that had an idea of what we thought love was, because we've been living in a brain-based world. And we have created marriages and we have created families from a place of ego, which basically the easiest way for me to explain this is when, like, I'm 48, and so I'm a like middle-aged adult, which kind of was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying that because I actually feel like a kid at heart. But when I grew up, it was about when I got married, it was like, okay, well, you go to the same college, believe in the same things, you do the same line of work, or, it was like we got married from a place of like what our ego self was, what our mind self was. And what we weren't prepared for was actually what marriage, what we would have to endure in marriage. So, we didn't have the inner structure to be able to unify, be in a unified field of consciousness when it came to co-creating a reality. And you want to add to the fact that we had male energy and female energy that were not evolved into divinity. And so what happened is either the male evolved into and awoke to his divine masculine energy, which is basically that just comes online and you're just like, well, no, this is who I really am. And the divine feminine comes online and says, well, whoa, this is who I really am. And what happens is if you have a a masculine man who is not programmed at the soul level to be activated and become and evolve and rise up into his divine masculine leadership role, and you have a woman who does, what happens is these marriages, they cannot sustain because one individual is just being called, right? Being called to be in an evolutionary relationship. And the other individual is actually not designed to be in that type of relationship. And so what's happening here right now is we have a major shakeup going on of relationships. And, some individuals have gone through this already. If you're divorced, or you just understand that, like, no, my husband or my wife, like, they didn't have that evolutionary gene in them. I think it's a gene, maybe it is, but like, they're not designed to evolve in what is called a unified heart field, or to evolve in unity consciousness, which is where you are a divine masculine, divine feminine energy. You unify, you share a field of consciousness, you share a creation field, and you are creating something for the new earth, right? You're creating something, a new system of family, a new system of education to share, like a new expanded heart field, right? Which is essentially, you are in service. You are in a relationship and you are in service for the greater good, to pave the way for love, for the sake of love, and pave the way for the future children. And so the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because so many people in my community absolutely are magnetized to the relationship that my husband, Chris, and I have together. We are an evolutionary couple. We have a unity to us. We have a symmetry. We have an organic energy frequency that is a magnet for men and women who are like, whoa, wow, how do you guys do it? How do you work together as a team? How do you create a frequency field of love? How do you create an organic magnetism, right? How do you just truly enjoy being together? Like, just a pure and simple love. And the other question we get a lot of is like, how do you move through challenges? How do you grow? What is it like to be married within the soul, right? Like soul partnership, which really are the most coveted forms of relationships between a man and a woman. So, let me know after you watch this video if you want to see more of my husband, Chris, and I doing events together, right? Really sharing with you, like, what are the inner dynamics? What makes our love so irresistible and so coveted? Because we would really love to share more about that, but I want to know, is it something that you're interested in being part of, right? Be us letting you more into our relationship, helping you get more connected to yourself, helping you create a better loving relationship with yourself and with your partner, or if you don't have a partner, helping you attract that coveted, beautiful, soul-aligned relationship that is also evolutionary, meaning you are understanding that the old constructs of man and woman relationship, that there are lots of limitations to those things. And then you want to really bring it into love without limits, right? Infinite love, even. And a love that creates a massive ripple effect that brings in a beautiful experience, right? That you share with your partner, with yourself, with your family. So watch this video and then just hit reply and let me know. Yeah, I totally want to see more of, like, what is it like for a married man and a married woman to have a super successful marriage that is deeply rooted in unity consciousness, which is essentially my husband and I are a field of consciousness in the unified heart field, which is a very high energy soul magnetism. And so, yeah, I just want to know because we've been talking about it a lot. The Kulabra experience that we did on Saturday was so successful. And what women loved in the community was that my husband came in and shared the male perspective. They absolutely love that. So it kind of got us curious. Maybe you want to see more of that. I can't wait to hear. Thanks for watching. Bye.